Most of us expect our characters to go through some kind of arc, starting the story in one place, watching them grow as a person, and ending up in a hopefully better place by the end. For villains, this more often than not ends with a redemption arc. But how many villains do you know go through the same redemption arc twice in the same goddamn story? Lord Garmaddon starts off the series as the brother and rival to Sensei Wu and his ninja, with a desire to use the 4 golden weapons to reshape Ninjago in his own image. Things get even spicier when we learn that not only does he have a son, but his son is destined to be the one to defeat him and save Ninjago. The relationship with his kid is where the crux of the drama comes in. As we see over and over again, he doesn't really want to be a bad guy.
Cuz I know you don't want to fight as much as Lloyd doesn't want to fight.
Lloyd doesn't want to fight. I mean, so Lloyd doesn't want to fight.
He just feels compelled to do evil thanks to a snake bite he got when he was a kid. It must have been an Aussie snake. The rivalry hits ahead in the season 2 finale, where Lloyd manages to defeat Garmaddon and the evil that was possessing, finally releasing him from his curse and allowing them to be a family again.
Ounce of evil and venom is gone.
I feel good.
The next couple seasons take advantage of this to enable Garmaddon to be a mentor for his son.
You've only scratched the surface. You have the potential to move mountains. The power of the first spin jitsu master.
Along with Lloyd learning more about his dad as a whole. He learns all about the bad things his dad did in the past, some of which was due to corruption, some of which he did purely of his own accord.
The letter he wrote that made you fall in love with him, it was written by Wu.
I was trying to tell you. How could you, brother?
And when Garmaddon sees that the only way to save Ninjago would be to sacrifice himself, Lloyd is not happy that he's walking out of his life again. When the two meet one last time in the departed realm, Lloyd is able to find closure with his father, make peace with himself, and move on to be a proper leader to his team.
Whatever happens to me, wherever I am, I will always be with you. There comes a time when every boy must become a man. What sort of man? It's up to him.
Surprising amount of insight for a Lego product, huh? Don't let Just Stop tell you otherwise. Ninjago can be deep when it wants to. And it's nice to know that we got a solid conclusion for Lloyd and his dad. A wholesome story about the power of love winning out over even the most corrupt of evil. Even in the face of destiny telling you that you're set to be mortal enemies. Then the fucking movie came out. The movie, which by the way has literally nothing to do with Ninjago outside the names of the characters, put Garmaddon back into the villain role while completely butchering his character. So why am I bringing this up if it has nothing to do with the show? Because the movie's development influenced the show. It's the reason the cast got redesigned, honestly for the better to be totally honest, to look more like the movie's design. It also explains why, for some godforsaken reason, they felt the need to bring Garmaddon back. Now I'll grant you the way they went about it was actually fairly clever, because the one to bring him back is one of the best villains to come out of the show, and they did at least sort of find a reasonable way to bring him back, using dark magic so that he's revived without his humanity. So Garmaddon is the antagonist again, more powerful than ever. Cool. And what do? Set it up so that Lloyd is destined to be the one to defeat him and save Ninjago. Again. Except now without any of the actual emotional weight to the final battle, because Garmaddon doesn't have his humanity anymore. Or so they keep saying, but Garmaddon keeps having all of these weirdly human moments.
We could have crushed him, but I hesitated. You want this city, Lloyd? Then you can have it in ruins.
I guess because they want to keep him around with the iconic villain design, but still have him presented as a good guy so that they can use him more. So what we get is Garmaddon being redeemed again, except in a worse way than he was before, because this time it feels a lot more forced. Lloyd has every reason not to trust this version of his father, because it's not his father. This isn't the man he helped save all those years ago. This isn't the man who was once a good son and brother to the first Spinjitzu master and Sensei Wu. This is the darkness inside Garmaddon made manifest. There is no man. Except I guess there fucking is, and the thing that helps bring it out is less so his own son, and more Vinny from Ninjago News and a fucking houseplant.
What could possibly be more important than survival?
Oh, well, lots of things. Friendship, man, and love, and harmony, and trust, and truth, and courage, and, you know, all the stuff that makes life worthwhile. Without those, I mean, what's the point, right?
Not only that, but the gaps in between Garmaddon's appearances are way too widespread for this second redemption to really mean anything to him or to Lloyd. Let me put it like this. Garmaddon appeared consistently in the first 5 seasons, either as a primary or secondary antagonist, or as an ally. After Lloyd had his heart-to-heart in the Departed Realm in season 5, that's it. We never saw him again because we got closure. Then Garmaddon was revived in the post-movie seasons, where he became the antagonist right up until the finale, where he once again served as an ally in the fight against the Oni. Outside of this one conversation with Vinny, there's really no second reconciliation with Garmaddon for Lloyd, and he just up and vanishes when the fight is over. We don't see Garmaddon again until the final season of the kinda sort of sequel series, the one with the updated animation style, by which point there had been a nearly 80 episode gap between his last appearance. And, just like last time, after his supposed redemption, Garmaddon serves as a mentor to help Lloyd achieve his full potential. And once again, it's worse because there isn't that familiar connection between them anymore, and also the lessons that Garmaddon is trying to instill in Lloyd are more fucked up as a whole because he's trying to get Lloyd to embrace his anger and his Oni side.
The Oni form comes from within. You must embrace all your emotions, your anger and frustration, and then release it.
So it, much like Garmaddon's redemption after being revived, comes off much more comedic than its initial first arc.
On! You must give up control and give in to your rage. Then channel it through your face.
Since then, with the release of the kinda sorta sequel reboot Dragon's Rising, we haven't seen hide or hair of Garmaddon, so who knows if that last arc even sticks and we see him get corrupted only to be redeemed again. Time will tell, I suppose. I'm the Green Ninja, but you can call me Crit.